Did you know that ticks can fly? Kind of. Maybe sort of. Actually, not really. Well, let's talk about it. When it comes time to find a new host, ticks do this behavior known as questing. It's when they climb up to the tip of a blade of grass or at the edge of a leaf and stick their two front legs outward. They sit and wait for a large animal to walk by, like a deer, a cow, or a human. And once their front legs come in contact with that new host, they climb on and become the annoying parasitic hitchhikers that we know them as. But what if something walked by that was just out of reach? Something that was just a mere 2 millimeters away. Could the tick still get to them? That is what this study wanted to find out. Because most animals will just naturally generate electrostatic charges, and those charges will interact with other organisms, such as ticks. So could a tick potentially use these electrostatic charges to essentially fly to their host? These researchers put ticks on an aluminum plate beneath a steel electrode. For 20 of the ticks, there was no charge at the electrode. For the other 20, it was charged to 750 volts. And for the ticks where the electrode was switched on, more ticks were fully lifted to the electrode. Basically, they flew from the plate to the electrode. They also noted that the further the distance, the more voltage was needed for the ticks to fly to the electrode, which I think makes sense. There was also no significant difference in ticks being attracted to different polarities, so ticks were attracted to positively charged objects just as much as they were to negatively charged objects, which makes sense, ticks aren't very picky. Ticks were also placed on stainless steel forceps, where a positively charged rabbit's foot was placed in front of them, and the ticks were able to basically fly to the rabbit's foot. And if you are curious, there are videos you can look up and see this. If you just type in flying ticks and static electricity, it'll come up. This paper goes a lot more into the math than I could possibly explain, so I recommend checking it out and giving it a read. But this paper also shows another reason why I just love science. It might be easy to think as physics and biology being two separate things, but in reality, everything is connected. You can't just be one type of nerd these days, you gotta be a nerd in everything.